Alright, hey everyone. Today we're going to talk about a security contractor loadout. Primarily for emergency and disaster response and for positions in OCONUS or outside the continental United States contracts, whether it is WIPs, that was Worldwide Protective Services, or OGA contracts, other government agency contracts, like for various intelligence agencies and the State Department. WIP's contract is largely under the State Department and the Department of Defense as well. So I'm going to break down the rig that we use in by and large. When you're on an OGA contract, you're usually a tier 1 kind of guy, former Ranger, former Green Beret, former Navy SEAL, former MARSOC, all that. Some of them do work the WIPS contract as a PSS, a Protective Security Specialist, or PSO, Protective Security Officer. They're somewhat synonymous just based on the company and kind of the degree of your position within a contract and certain details and duties that you're doing. But largely, this is essentially the kind of loadout that you're going to have with some minor configurations and changes based on the company you're working for, contract requirements, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we'll start out with we get issued a drop leg platform. Again, I use G code. Got my Glock in there. You know, obviously we carry a folder blade. I really like CRKT knives. And we'll go over here. Another drop leg platform for the left leg. I have a tourniquet on here usually too. I don't have that on here right now because I was using one for training and all that stuff. Extra pistol mag pouch here, a single or double extra AR rifle mag pouches, AR, AK, whatever it may be for your issued equipment and weapon and all that stuff. This drop leg platform is dependent as well on the contract that you're working and some of the stipulations with that and things like that. I wear one for the stuff that I do. Primary plate carrier system. Sometimes the vest is going to be a Kevlar vest with plate inserts, okay? Other times like this, it's just going to be a standalone plate carrier system. Okay, so just plates. So we usually have a shortwave radio. We're not using, you know, some of the more high-end military handheld radios for patrols and units going way out on long-distance patrols and all that kind of stuff. Usually our long-distance radios and all that are in our vehicles or in our annex or embassy, security station, military base, because we do stuff with the DoD all the time too, whether it's force protection or whatever. Those systems are there, and we use the short-range radios to communicate with our vehicles and with our team, and if we're in range with our comm center and our dispatch center and everything. Largely, again, dependent on where you are, what you're doing, contract, all that stuff. You'll wear basically no insignia on your vest, or just an American flag. Sometimes just a standard security placard as well. Have your blood type on there, stuff like that. The very basics, or next to nothing, no identifiable stuff. We're contractors. We're not part of the military, so we have some shadowy or kind of gray area operationally with that kind of thing. Simple identification, if anything. Also to include if we have to keep our various credentials or ID cards kind of visible, depending on, again, on what detail you're doing and where you are. Come over here. I've got a kind of a gear equipment, somewhat admin pouch. I've got a multi-tool in there. I've got my compass in there. I've got an extra tourniquet in there. I have extra molly straps and some 550 cord in here. Just some of those kinds of things. A tool, a multi-tool, and things like that. Dark Angel Medical, Dark Gen 3 Medkit, basically an advanced IFAK, tourniquet. You got all your stuff in there, chest seals, trauma shears, all that stuff. Primary loadout here. Single stack 3-panel of mags across is the ATS pouch system. And then another mollied on pistol pouch on the front for the Glock. And then this is a small flashlight holder. My flashlight is lashed on my rifle right now. Over here on the side, kangaroo pouches, 2 AR mags, 2 pistol mags. So we're pretty heavy loaded down when we are doing PSDs, so personal or protective security details. We are, I largely do ERT, so that's emergency response team. So we kit up, heavy, we go fangs out, we are overt, and we're getting to the place that we need to go to extract somebody, extract a team, do a recovery of a vehicle or a person, whatever it is. We do that kind of thing. So we are armed to the teeth. We are loaded out to the teeth. Okay, so if you count it, that's 7 AR mags and 4 pistol mags plus the mag in the Glock. And then a mag in the rifle. I don't have my dump bag on here right now. Waiting for a new one to come. I blew it out. Sometimes we don't carry them if we're going to be just in our vehicles and things like that. Okay, so just fairly slimline, but also we go heavy on the ammo and other equipment as we need it. And then we get issued either a PAS-GT helmet or more of like an ACH Mitch helmet. If you're OGA contracting, you may get a more high-speed, high ear cut kind of helmet. It just, again, depends on what the resources they have, the contract that you're on, what the company provides, what the agency provides, all that stuff. It all factors into it. So, yes, this is a basic overseas and emergency high-end federal government level emergency response contractor's loadout. I've worked several contracts, private clients, and for the government. Currently on a federal contract still, in a different contract with a slightly different loadout. But this is what we use. Just like this. There's really no discernment from it. It used to be we would wear a flight suit for a time, a fireproof Nomex flight suit. We've kind of done away with that, and we're just, you know, when you're in this kind of loadout, you're overt, so you're wearing your 511 tactical pants, your Crye Precision pants, whatever it is, and for a top, either a combat shirt or a polo. A lot of the time I'm wearing a polo or a t-shirt, that kind of thing. There's no need for real formalities there. We just need to be as effective and efficient as possible in our equipment. Our presentation, yeah, we have to, you know, we can't be looking too grubby, but it's more designed for high-speed shit, intense stuff. So that's a loadout there. Plate carrier, drop leg. Notice no battle belt, no duty belt of any kind. Occasionally we'll put, you know, 1 or 2 things on the belt, but like I said in a prior video, operationally we don't use them on these kinds of contracts a lot of the time, unless you're OGA or whatever. But also, guess what? Whole system's on your chassis. It's on your core. It's on the part of your body where it's supposed to be holding the majority of the weight while being still mobile and effective in everything else. So battle belts and duty belts really are not that much of a thing when it comes to overseas contracting or emergency response contracting, disaster response contracting. Again, dependent on the contract and the requirements and things like that. But this is a main loadout. This is a primary loadout. This is what we use. Yeah, I just wanted to go over that with you guys to help you understand that in a professional capacity, in an experience-driven in a professional capacity, this is a system that we use. And as necessitated and things like that. So, yes, some of this gear I supplemented myself. But you know, it's all within approved ranges and stuff. And that's another thing people need to realize. You can only use approved gear. You can put in to have a piece of equipment approved, but a lot of the time it's what they issue you is what you use, like helmets, like the radios and things like that. That's what you have to use. No ifs, ands, or buts. You don't really have the luxury per se as special operations and certain OGA contracts to have more of a range of options. What you get is what you get. You got to use it. I personally love this loadout. It's extremely effective. It's saved my ass a couple of times, and it just works great. I like my configuration. Again, if you're southpaw, switch everything around, but there you have it. So, yeah. That's a security contractor loadout for you guys. Stay safe out there.